First of all, welcome, welcome, welcome. I get straight to the point. Here we go. But when you let the wrong people enter your space and enter your life in ways that they were never meant to be, and those are the people who are like monitoring spirit type of people who want to attach themselves to you in a way that produces gain for themselves at your expense, users, all kind of low vibrational situations where people will attach themselves to you in order to basically siphon and use your energy to produce results in their lives. And people like that, they have many tactics. They include charm, manipulation, the usual gambit of anything to win, anything to get ahead for themselves, their personal gain. And these people, they have no empathy and no sympathy. So they don't learn that that's not the right way you treat people until they run across the right person. And the right person is definitely going to get that message across to them, because that's how it works. And if you're one of those people who've experienced so much trauma, so much pain, so much agony at the hands of many different people in many different situations, you will know what I'm talking about. Because there are people who don't go through it. And that's not a bad thing. It takes all kinds for the world to run. It takes all kinds for our purpose to be fulfilled. If there weren't people here who were traumatized by other people, there would be no need for teachers, guides, whatever. If there weren't people here who had never experienced certain kinds of pains, we wouldn't have certain other professions and things that help us all the way around the spectrum. So life and the world is like one big circle. Everything kind of fits within its own place, but it all fits together. So when we're running around here with hatred and despising other people for their sex, their sexuality, their color, their whatever, their country of origin, that just kind of continues the system where people like the ones I'm speaking about can continue in their harm, continue to divide us so that they can gain for themselves worldly possessions. And we sit here and talk about the same stuff over and over again. Even political spectrums. We are in a country right here in America. I don't know everybody else that I'm speaking to, but I'm speaking from America. And the two major parties, Democrats and Republicans, they are constantly back and forth bickering about the most sensational situations. And it's kind of pointless to me. I mean, it's narcissistic and stupid. It's pointless. We can call each other demon rats and Republicans or whatever, but we know sincerely that not every Republican is a rapist. We know not every Republican is a thief. We know that. But on the other side, we know not every Democrat is a thief or a rapist. We know the same things, but yet instead of just listening to valid points, we will stick to the most sensationalized points and make something big out of it that really doesn't matter. Why don't we go for the people who commit the crime? It doesn't matter what party they're in. They're an individual. It's not a monolith. And you know what? Even if it was a monolith, okay, you know how you destroy that? You get everybody who's doing the stuff that's illegal or against the law. I don't see what's so hard about that, but yet we make it that hard. It doesn't matter who does it. If they're not held accountable, what's the point? Why have justice for a few, but not all? Why judge wrong in a spectrum of, well, it depends on who does it? I mean, it's ridiculous. And it keeps us in a space where we never grow and improve. There are so many things that are pressing right now in this present moment. I mean, we have soaring prices in groceries, in fuel, in energy. Where you look, except for wages for the majority of America, there is struggle going on. But yet we're sitting here talking about the most ridiculous things, and it's a distraction to keep us from focusing on what we really should be focusing on, which is grassroots systemic issues. But no, we are going back systemic if 14th Amendment is on the table. I mean, even women's reproductive rights. It's just so much fraction and foolishness that narcissistic systems and narcissistic societies perpetuate, and people get lost in the sauce of it, and yet, I mean, not yet, and we continue down the same path, and nothing ever truly gets resolved or moved ahead in any other way. I mean, I think that it's just important that we judge each other by the content of our character individually. I mean, when we look on the TV and we see anybody doing a crime, it doesn't matter. We shouldn't be judging like, oh, that whole group is crime ridden, when we know good and well, if we were to do that, then everybody would be crime ridden. Everybody, every neighborhood, everything, it would be infiltrated with crime. There are every race of people, every man, female, hermaphrodite. There are people who commit crimes from every spectrum. So if we were going to judge whole groups of people by the acts of even many of them, I mean, the whole world is criminal and suspect. That's just the bottom line. I mean, there's really no other way to look at it. But yet, we will section ourselves up and okay bad behavior. I'm against bad behavior in general because it's antisocial and it's narcissistic, and it's setting our society back in brain cells, IQ, everything. It's just, there's no need for war in this day and age. There's no need for so many things, but yet the system continues to grind people up and spit them out. And I don't want to call people sheep, but it's like at some point I think it's important that we look at the point that maybe, just maybe, there is a system set up to keep us all distracted and looking at what's really nonsense, to keep us from focusing on what's really important, and that's a better life for each and every person on this earth, because all of us deserve the fruits of the collective power of humanity. If one person were missing, the electric grid wouldn't be here. Water filtration, fire, electricity, all of it. That's the end of my rant today. I'll holler at you guys. Bye-bye. Out.